Hey everybody, Silveus here on my knight Dal Dal. I'm gonna showcase the Alchemist quarter in Yalahar. The Alchemist quarter I'm splitting into two parts, and I'm actually doing the first part on Dal Dal, and I'm doing the second part on Silveus. In fact, I already did the second part on Silveus last night. I have not uploaded the video yet. I'm waiting to put the first part up so that things make sense. However, it is worth mentioning that Silveus leveled up there last night, and then I did do another video using Silveus at level 90 because I was so excited about finally getting my Warsinger bow. And I did put that video up. So the videos will be a little out of order, but it won't be actually confusing in any sense. I hate when I can't get gold that's been put in places. To be able to use these things, you have to do a quest to get to them, and to get to the Alchemist Quarter is the first quest you do, so it's not terribly complicated. So the first area of the Alchemist Quarter is this, I would call it the, entrance ground area, or something along those lines. It's mutated humans and slimes. Mutated humans are pretty solid EXP, frankly. They poison, and I hate being poisoned, as I mentioned, especially on my knight with slow mana regen, but it's whatever. Mutated humans most notably drop a stupidly large amount of gold. And are relatively frail, too. Like 92 gold coins right there? That's a stupid amount of gold. And I think they're around the same amount of EXP as a Minotaur, Minotaur Guard. Mercury blobs, like slimes, split. And I think they also can make you drunk. And the mutated fleshes here can be sold to Malunga or Malunga, whatever that woman's name is in Liberty Bay. And the glob of mercury and glob of acid from the acid slimes up here, which I'll showcase, can be sold in Edron to somebody in the Magic Academy area. So I kind of want to hit the mercury thing before it starts splitting. The way these guys fire off their waves make it so that you can't actually dodge them just by standing diagonal, which is kind of a pain. There we go. Acid blobs, I don't know exactly what their gimmick is, or even if they have a gimmick. They do a burst out of their body type attack, like a weaker form of the sorcerer and druid ultimate spells, and they also shoot a very short range wave. Again, I'm not really... Yeah, that was the acid bomb or something like that. It doesn't deal a whole bunch of damage, and that was the wave, or the beam. So I'm not really sure exactly what they do. I never bothered to look them up. They might have a skill debuff or something. I forgot to Utura it up. Okay, apparently these things that are to my left and right here are things that I can't walk through. Good to know. Besides the large amount of money that they drop, 104 gold? Are you kidding? It's cool that I put them all down to a sliver of their HP. Alright. Yeah, so anyway though, besides the legitimately massive amount of gold that they drop, they don't really drop anything else terribly worthwhile. Scale armor, maybe a few other pieces of kind of junky stuff. Nothing major is the important part. Swords. And I guess the mutated flesh, yeah. Besides that, though, as far as I know, they don't drop anything that you should really be concerning yourself with. They don't hit terribly hard or anything either, so I mean there's kind of no reason to be overly concerned about them, at least in my opinion. So anyway, yeah, long story short is I think they're great to hunt for pretty much everybody. I'm not sure about their elemental resistances, so mages might actually have a tough time with them. And you probably want to bring in your own sources of food, which I forgot to do, actually. So I'm stuck. Wow. That's a lot of slime. Seems like somebody, ran through here and had everything, start duplicating itself, and then just, didn't kill anything for some reason. I'm not sure why. Maybe they were on the way to the other sectors. Before you do any of the quests in Yalahar, and this is kind of important, you can't use that gate that I used to first come in here. You actually have to enter through a different location. And there's 2 ways you can kind of enter into the area where the monsters are. You can either enter through the Magician's Corner, which I showcased before, and if you'll look here on my map, this is the Magician's Quarter. You can enter through the gate that's right there. And then you can walk through here and pass through this gate by talking to the NPC. And then you walk through the Cemetery Quarter, which I showcased previously, and you can pass through this gate right here by saying to this guy, hi, pass. And then if you want to go into the Alchemist, you say Alchemist, and if you want to go into Cemetery, you say Cemetery. So that's that. Oh, this is apparently an area I've never been before. Check that out. Check that out. My mind is still stuck on Silveus' hotkey setup right now, and I keep not hitting Utura because I'm hitting the wrong buttons. Ugh, spit in the middle. Huh. So yeah, I would suspect that paladins would probably do amazing at most of these places, just because these guys die pretty quickly, and a paladin could do it with almost taking no damage. If they, you know, can pull that off. Nothing useful. Shame. Oh, by the gods, what is this? Arg! Yeah, the mutated humans aren't monsters in the traditional sense. They're people that were, like, actually mutated, and I think do not enjoy their new form. But they give such amazingly good gold. Well, it looks like all that's in this place. I want to see if I can open up any of these crates real quick. Nope. They will push crates, by the way. So you can't, like, block them with crates or anything along those lines. I'm actually kind of surprised that nobody's here right now. Yalahar is a pretty, you know, popular hunting spot just in the first place. And usually there's people hunting here. So I'm, like, legitimately surprised that this was free. I was expecting to have, like, 2 or 3 people hunting here at the same time. So anyway, we can kind of loop through here. Yeah. I forgot that the slimes no longer poison you. They don't leave real poison fields anymore. Alright. Now, this is one of the minorly annoying aspects of like hunting in these towers, is this tower is not accessible to this area up here, and I will showcase this area up here in a little bit when I get to it. By the way, the rusty armors they have are common ones, they're not worth dealing with. So yeah, though, every time somebody walks through here, it triggers the, like, mercury blobs to duplicate themselves. Alright, I got made drunk. Huh. Necromancer prepares to wake the dead below a crypt in Darasha. Good to know. How bad is my poison right now? 6, alright. So we're kind of making a full circle right now back to where I originally came in at. If you remember this building... Oops, wrong one. That's the one I want to attack. They drop such good gold. And they're so easy to kill for most levels. Right. Yeah, this is the where the gate is that I originally came in at. Right here. You can see it right up here. And then, you know, again, to get out, you just use this little thing. Boom, teleport. Boom, teleport. Alright, so I'm going to continue showcasing this area, though, of course. Yeah, unlike a lot of monsters, I said this already, but unlike a lot of monsters that shoot waves, usually, like, the wave comes out of me and hits this one square and then goes to 3 here, or something like that, but the mutated humans start with a 3 wave. So if you're in melee with them, you can't stand diagonal to dodge. Which is, I'm not sure if any other monsters operate like that, but it's kind of annoying. And the quest that sends you into this area in the first place, so that you can use the like the gate mechanism, has you tracking down 3 people called like Diseased Dan, Diseased Bob, and like Diseased something else. So I'll show those off too while I'm here. All right, none of those were the real slime apparently. Tura. We can go up here. Hey, look, it's a massive mercury blobs. The like globs of mercury that they drop, I think only sell for like 25 gold, 20 gold maybe. So they are not exactly very profitable. They do die pretty quickly though if you can hit them before they start like duplicating a bajillion million times. So I mean, they're good EXP in that sense. That down there is one of the diseased dudes that you need to kill in the quest, just for the record. Alright. Time to loot. Eat some cheese. Can never have too much cheese, friend. I'm not sure if I can open that door to kill him right now, because I already turned that particular quest in. But I guess we'll find out. Can I open it? I can open it. Diseased Dan is a weaker version of a bog raider, which gets showcased in my my other video that I had already made. So yeah, they're a weaker version. They don't give as much EXP. They apparently poison me really heavily though. Yeah, time to Xanapox that. And as far as I know, they don't drop any kind of real loot. But you have to kill all 3 of them for the quest. Nope, my bag's filled. Somebody here paralyzed me and I'm not sure what. I know Bog Raider's paralyzed, but I'm not sure if Diseased Dan paralyzed me or not. And we can go up here. Mercury blob. This is the breeding section. Mutated rat. Mutated rats are actually the reason why I'm here. They're a task monster. So this is basically, this video is going to double as a how to task mutated rats video. At least in this one area. I'm not sure. Liches. Fortunately, I want nothing to do with liches on this particular character. I got a fern! I don't think they're worth anything, just for the record. Alright. Now I get to loot all the bodies that I killed. Yeah, that like mad rush right at the stairs makes this place not super awesome for a paladin unless you're using spears. But, you know, it still works. Thus, that was the breeding section. You could also just not go down there if you're on a paladin. I found tasking mutated rats to be sort of difficult on my paladin because of the fact that most of the mutated rats are in kind of like small enclosed areas, and usually like 2 of them, so you're kind of just taking the hits. Real quick, this isn't really in the scope of this video, but I'm gonna do something because it's important. I am very close to the entrance to the arena quarter. Right here. I'm going to go over to the arena quarter. High pass arena. And I'm only going to do that so that I can kill something to get some food. Because I don't think that, I don't think the cheese is necessarily sufficient for my purposes. This is actually the arena and zoo quarter, and right now I'm in the zoo part of it. It is not a very well maintained zoo, as you can see. All of the animals are all running about. Oh, hey, that one dropped meat. Oh, hey, I got a cobra tongue, too. Yeah, like, what here we got? You read a sign. Lions. Got some bears. Some meat. Some wolves. Some tigers. Not of the mutated variety. Alright. Rat monkey. Toads. I actually died to a toad early on. I think when I was like level 10 or something like that. It was a filth toad in Port Hope, and I couldn't run away from it, and it got me. That was back when I was still not carrying like healing supplies and things like that, though. So it's kind of my fault. Alright, that's enough of the Arena Zoo Quarter. The Arena Zoo Quarter I'll come back and actually do at some point. Although I don't know if I can effectively go down to the bottom levels. It's cool in Tibia that my knight can more effectively go some places that my paladin can't go. Because, you know, she can handle, I'm sorry, things being, like, on top of her, essentially. Whereas my paladin needs to kind of maintain a distance. Pass Alchemist. There we go. Yeah, my paladin kind of needs to, like, maintain a certain amount of distance. Oh, we didn't go down here, did we? Last spot. So certain monsters are a real big problem for my my paladin, and then other monsters I can't kill on my knight because they just hit way too hard in the first place. It's an interesting, like it actually makes the different vocations seem like sort of unique. Alright, there we go. I didn't mean to Xanapox myself right there, that was a misclick. No reason to keep myself antidoted up when everything here is just going to immediately re-poison me. But I hate being poisoned. Oh my god. It drives me nuts. At least with like fire or like electricity, I can be like, well, I'm going to be taking this damage, but there's nothing I can do about it. But poison I can cure, so it's like a decision of, do I cure my poison or do I just accept it? There is a quest down here, and I'm not sure exactly what that quest is, or how to get into it, so I can't showcase that off. Oops. Matura. What? I'm all yawny. And then now here we have the like upper parts. I should probably heal myself a bit. I'm still surprised I haven't run into any other players at this point. The mutated rat is by far the most dangerous thing here. Usually you don't get that kind of like mad cluster right there at the beginning. That was a little odd. Mutated rats are significantly stronger than mutated humans, and they don't drop. As far as I know, they're not. They're less profitable just excluding the fact that they're harder to kill than mutated humans. But they do give a decent amount of EXP, so they're not completely worthless. $99 gold. I found nothing useful. Story of my life. Got lucky and picked the right one on my first try. And I think if I go up here, I get acid blobs. Attack the wrong one. And I think up here is a death blob, yeah. Death blobs I know can hit you with a curse attack, although they don't do it all that often. And they never seemed terribly dangerous to me. But I could be all sorts of wrong. So here's how I'm gonna handle this. I'm gonna just loop around down to here, and then I'll come up and I'll hit this tower. Let's see if that was the real one. Be the real one. You were not the real one. There we go. You were the real one. So unlike down below where it was mostly slimes and mutated humans, up here you get mutated humans and then acid blobs and blobs of mercury. Down there is where the second part of my video actually happens. The part that I already recorded. On that note, the part that's down there actually was pretty interesting, because not only did I finally get my level up to be able to use my Warsinger bow, but it was also just a fun experience. A halberd, I guess, that I don't have the... Wow. I'm all capped out. Look at that. I'm just throwing the meat here, and then I'm going up. Utura. I don't have enough mana for Utura. Yeah, now see, most of these places are just like multitudes of mutated rats in small rooms, which is why this isn't really fun for a paladin. Another halberd. I think the rats have a like a beam attack, so you do kind of want to stay diagonal to them. If you can, obviously. Look, more mutated rats. Yeah, see, there's the beam attack. Of course, the acid blob here also has a beam attack. I don't know if the stone herbs are worth anything, so I haven't really been picking them up. Death blob. And I think up here is 2 mutated bats. Mutated bats are a task in the 80 to 120 range, so they're actually kind of tough compared to what I should probably be fighting. Oh, I'm not even attacking one for some reason. Alright, this is not a good start. Mutated bats also are monsters that will run on you, which is kind of annoying. I actually, as I showed off mutated bats in the cemetery video, so these shouldn't be a new experience for anybody who watched that one. They are, however, way more annoying when you can't kill them in like 3 hits, and also you don't have ranged attacks. Take the energy ring. I don't know, I don't think the star herb is worth anything, so I'll leave that behind. Again, I'm really surprised that nobody else is, seems to be here. Alright, so that was 2 of the towers that are up here. We'll kind of loop around this way now. There is a, like a center part of this facility. It's that black area right there. And I didn't try it the last time I was here on Dal Dal. And the last time I was here on Silveus, I did try it. But just way too many bog riders come like straight at me. Silveus needs to run Bog Raiders. He can't let them just kind of smash him in the face, especially when he's using a bow or a crossbow. And it's like, you go down there and there's like 5 or 6 of them on you immediately. Mutated human. Mutated rats. Mutated rats are a lot like bone beasts, actually, in function. I think their melee is obviously a lot weaker than a mutated or a bone beast, so I take a lot less damage fighting them. But they also, in general, drop better loot than bone beasts. But that's not hard because bone beasts drop such amazingly poor loot that not dropping better loot than a bone beast would be a joke. I kind of forget what we have up here. A single mutated bat. Alright. Yeah, if you wanted to see if you could fight mutated bats, I guess this would be an okay place to do it. It's kind of messing me up, though. 100 gold coins. Right, down we go. Loop around this way. Not the right one. Was the right one. Just for the record, too, all down these like little tendrils coming out of this main area are just going to be more of the same things. Globs of various forms. You won't find death blobs on the ground level here. Blobs of various forms and also mutated humans. Wow, that's a lot of them there. Well, that was kind of intense. And that's Diseased Bill. Well, I guess I'll go kill. I'll go kill. His name's Diseased Bill. I have a backup career as like a rapper and you know, like a poet. I'm sure everybody can tell by my mad skills with my rhymes. Diseased Bill is kind of hitting me up pretty hard. Apparently, these Bog Raider bosses were way harder originally, and then they had to, like, dumb them down significantly, I guess. Yep, so that was all that was in there. Yeah, definitely seems like somebody went up there and kind of triggered them all to be duplicating themselves right off the bat, which is kind of annoying. Because really, I mean, there was only, what, 3 of them in here? Instead I had to, like, use actual potions and heal and stuff like that. Actually, I think I want to prioritize the death blob. There we go. Not exactly a smooth operation. but it was sufficient. In that I didn't die, and they did. And really, that's all you can hope for. That's all you can ask for. Is the dead bodies of your enemies in front of you, and the dead bodies of your allies not. There we go. Got him dead. Alright. And I think there should be nothing up here. Yeah. This is the boss location for Bruce Payne. A joke off of Bruce Wayne. At least I think that's its name. I know it's still a joke off of the Batman Bruce Wayne, but it might not be Bruce Payne. It might be something else. It is the mutated bat boss for the task. So if you pick up mutated bats as a task, he's up there, obviously. I killed him once before on Silveus, and he was not terribly cool. He wasn't really hard, nor was he valuable. But you get an achievement for each of them, so that's kind of why I killed him. Also, because I knew he was easy to get to. A lot of the other ones at the level 80 to 120 range are in kind of like inaccessible locations that are semi-difficult to get to. Now, down these stairs is Diseased Fred, who I'm just not going to bother with. He doesn't drop anything, he doesn't give good EXP. And then if you go down here is where I was saying you get all those bog raiders that like immediately charge you. Oh boy. The worst part is they heal, so there's not really an effective way for me to do anything. I'll try to grind them down, though. I'm not even attacking one of them. Alright. Got one of them dead. At least they don't run. Because this would have sucked if they were running on me. Yeah, that would have been significantly more painful if I was playing on Silveus, which is why I did not try to do this on Silveus. Get some boggy dreads. Grass field. 29 gold. And look, another bog raider. I am now further along in this area than I've ever been, just for the record. Should probably Tura. So far I've seen 1, 2 staircases down. I have no idea what's down any of these staircases, by the way. Could be like plaguesmiths for all I know. I'm gonna poke my head down and see, though. But Silveus can sort of kill some of the higher level, like, demon-type monsters by running away from them and shooting them. He could not, like, just take their hits. And I doubt that Dal Dal can either. I don't know why I'm like progressing further into this place while still having one monster on me, because I know I don't want to have multiples at any given point, and here I am being an idiot. Of course that wasn't the real one. Was that the real one? They don't have terribly good armor, these Bog Raiders, and I know they're weak to physical, so I guess this is okay. I could probably effectively hunt them. Maybe. Alright. First Staircase of Doom. Let's go full defense. Nightmare Scions and Bog Raiders. Alright. I don't know if I could take a Nightmare Scion on this character, but I know I don't want to try while there's Bog Raiders there. Yeah, again, you know, if I could have just taken him on, like, solo, I would have tried. Oh god, yeah, let's not go down that stair. Well, you know what? Nope, okay, never mind. Nope. It's a shame, because, you know, honestly, if, like, I could just fight the Nightmare Scion solo, I would give it a try. Wonder if they heal. I do feel like this might be kind of a bad idea. I hate when, like, the Bog Raider was in the second position here and I go to click on him, but right as I go to click on him, the Nightmare Scion, like, left my battle window range. So then I clicked on the wrong thing. I know, it's like an incredibly minor issue, but I still hate it. And hating it is my prerogative. I appreciate that Nightmare Scion is still shooting at me from across the, like, out of my visual range. Oh yeah, killed a Nightmare Scion. Go me. Alright. Mistake number 1. Yep. I didn't even see fully what was down there, but we're not doing it. Nope. No way. No how. I did see an actual nightmare, and I'm almost 100% positive I cannot kill an actual nightmare at my current level, so... Well, maybe I'll come back when I'm, like, higher level and a little bit more durable. Oh, are you kidding me? Why did he not immediately move down? Yeah, I'm not so sure if I'm ready for Bog Raiders yet. I'm wasting pretty heavily here. Like, very heavily. Maybe when I get a better weapon, I'll consider this again. Fortunately, my crystalline sword is really good. I don't think I get a better weapon until like 70, and then that better weapon, or 75, and that better weapon is the Avenger, which I already own. But for whatever reason, the Avenger is a really cheap weapon on this server. Directly north of my location here is where you would go to drop down to that area where the Bog Raiders and the Mutated Lions are. And of course I'm not going to do that. kind of annoying. The mutated rats can shoot out the windows of these buildings. Although if you're a paladin or a mage, you can shoot inside of the windows of these buildings and kill the things that are inside of them too. So it all works out. Alright. We'll kill the mercury blob first, I think. There we go. And then I'll kill this dude. Kill that dude better. I don't know about like other people, but I find that the like inflict wounds spell actually is worth the mana on the mutated rats. I kill them slow enough that it turns out that that works. Alright, and then down here we've got 2 mutated rats, one of which I'm on top of. Well, that went well. And then I think up here are 3 mutated rats. Yep, 3 mutated rats it is. And last one. And then this is the last tower facility, 2 mutated rats on the bottom floor. I think mutated rats are like borderline unprofitable for me at this point. Because they're not dropping enough, but I think like all of the mutated humans you'll kill on the way around these guys kind of covers the loss. At least that's my my current assessment. I do think though that part of the reason why I consider them to be a little bit more less profitable is the fact that I keep fighting 2 of them at once. Except for that room. There we go. So, I don't know. So far I've used 10k worth of healing potions. Or mana potions. To be fair, though, there was also that period of time where I was fighting the bog raiders. And that was definitely wasteful. Alright, so that is essentially the Alchemist Quarter. I'll mosey on my way out here. Next would be the Arena Quarter, if I'm gonna continue my like counterclockwise run. In fact, the Arena Quarter I'm not going to be able to do completely, because the undead gladiators are very tough melee combatants, and I do not want to go into melee with them on Dal Dal. And they're kind of in closed spots, so I kind of have to take them in melee on Silveus also. So I kind of can't go all the way down there, but I can hit pretty much everywhere else besides that. And then the Foreign Quarter I don't think has anything terribly dangerous in it, but we can always check that. So that would be left. That would be the last of it going in that direction. Going in this direction, clockwise from the Magician's Quarter, we have the Sunken Quarter, and that's Quora. I'm not sure if I want to do Quora. I also don't have the helmet to do Quora in the first place. Then we have the Factory Quarter, and that's Golems, and I've played with Worker Golems before, and they're not really fun. I might be able to do it with Silveus, though. Well, that remains to be seen. And oh, jeez. Then we have the Trade Quarter. And the trade quarter I don't think has anything terribly dangerous in it, so I can do that one. But yeah. By the way, on the side note, Yalahar has some of the largest, most expensive houses in the game, and it has the fewest houses available for rent, too. So, I think there's only, like, 20 houses in all of Yalahar, and they're all, like, huge. So whenever, like, somebody goes to auction them, despite already being, like, 10k houses on the, like, actual Tibia website, the bidding ends up, like, pushing them all up into the, like, tens and millions of, like, tens and hundreds and possibly millions of gold. Anyway, that's not a real Orc Berserker, by the way. That Berserker just helps the furniture dude make furniture. Oops, I meant to go over here. So, that was the Alchemist Quarter. Thank you for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment, favorite. Thank you.